is the head of the class for this year's Hall of Fame?
We got Sting headlining the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2016, and he will be inducted by Ric Flair, his longtime arch enemy, and I think maybe one of, if not the greatest rivalries of all time.
Well said, very well said. This is a very bittersweet moment and an event for me. It's sweet in the fact that it's completely deserved and needs to happen, and it's being done the right way with Flair inducting him, and just everything about that. It's great and the way it should be. The problem with it is it wasn't supposed to happen until next year, and you told me the tragedy on that. So would you share with our listening audience what the story behind that was? What was Sting supposed to be doing this year at WrestleMania weekend as opposed to being inducted into the Hall of Fame?
Instead of getting inducted in the Hall of Fame, he would have competed at WrestleMania, and he would have competed against The Undertaker instead of Shane McMahon. And I'm pretty sure the whole Shane-Vince feud would still happen, but it would be with the the Sting-Undertaker feud instead. But sadly it didn't happen, because Sting got injured at Night of Champions, like so many that got injured.
Yep, and he will never wrestle again. He's retired for forever.
He's pretty much retired. He's just got to announce it himself at the Hall of Fame ceremony.
Yep. But that wasn't all that you shared with me about their plans for Undertaker. Oh no, that was just plan A. They're in fact, we believe, on plan D right now with Undertaker versus Shane McMahon. Plan B, since after Sting could no longer wrestle and take on Undertaker, was for Undertaker to take on who?
John Cena.
But then what happened to John Cena?
He got injured.
Oh, yeah. So then plan C was for Undertaker to take on Braun Strowman of the Wyatt family. Once word of that got out, there was so much backlash and revolt on behalf of the WWE Universe that the WWE wisely scrapped that idea and came up with a plan D. That is what we get now with Shane McMahon versus Undertaker, but we'll talk more about that in just a little bit. Moving on with our Hall of Fame inductees, who else is in the Hall of Fame class this year along with the icon Sting?
We also got The Godfather, and he is being inducted by the APA members JBL and Ron Simmons. And yeah,
that works good. It's too bad that Val Venus, he was in a faction with him for a while. He could have.
Yeah, Right of Censor. They could have gotten Steven Richards with.
Yeah, but I don't know. To me, I don't like Godfather being in the Hall of Fame. That character was not a Hall of Fame worthy character. His longevity as a jobber with multiple characters in the WWE throughout, over a decade, that to me is the only credibility that he's really got as a person. What's his real name? Charles Wright. To be in the Hall of Fame, but just overall I don't like it, but whatever. I don't have a problem with it either. I don't really care. There's way better people that could be inducted yet. The problem is so many of those people aren't alive, and they need they need multiple living inductees to carry an actual ceremony that they're trying to televise as advertisement. But in addition to the Godfather, who else we got?
We got the Fabulous Freebirds, and the members of them are Michael Hayes, Terry Gordy, Buddy Roberts, and Jimmy Garvin, being inducted by the New Day.
Nice, that's fabulous. Fabulous Freebirds, yeah. They should, without a doubt, be in the Hall of Fame. One of the most iconic, successful factions or stables,
whatever term,
beyond two-man teams in pro wrestling. And long overdue. Very happy for Michael Hayes. In addition to his wrestling career, he has worked with WWE creative and production and talent development for 20 plus years now probably as well. So he's very much earned that in the company, and love New Day inducting them. They're, more than two-man faction as well.
Current tag team champs.
Yep, and they're super duper funny and entertaining, and I really dig those guys. So all good with that one. What do we got after that?
We got the Big Boss Man, and he's getting inducted by Slick.
Awesome. Now that is definitely another inductee I can't argue with, or the person inducting them. The one downside to this is Big Boss Man, formerly known real name as Ray Traylor Jr. He is no longer with us here in the land of the living, so that will be just Slick doing the speech, and then I'm sure he'll probably have a family member or someone
accepting the
award for him. Who else do we got on the list? We got, 3 or 4 more people here.
Yep, 4.
Let's have it. All right.
Okay, we got Jacqueline, and she is being inducted by the Dudley Boys.
Was she in a WrestleMania triple threat match for the title with Lita and Trish? Or is that
was a different one.
Okay.
We also got Stan Hansen.
Wow, she actually won the Cruiserweight champion once?
Yeah.
Sweet. Alright, anyway, sorry. Continue.
Yeah. Just an interruption. Stan Hansen will be inducted by Vader.
Legendary, all-time, 20, 30-plus year wrestling legend from around the world, primarily in Japan. Also wrestled in AWA and NWA here in the United States. Just, an all-time global wrestling icon, and probably the most. Every year they try to get kind of an international or global wrestler in their Hall of Fame class.
But he's also Texan, too.
Right, but I think this is probably one of the most unquestionable best international and global performers that they've ever inducted into their Hall of Fame. Very well deserved and long overdue as well.
We also got our Warrior Award. Last year's was Connor, and now this year is Joan London, and she will be winning the Warrior Award this year for the Hall of Fame.
And she apparently is an award-winning journalist and best-selling author and she is a breast cancer survivor. So I'm sure most of her work that she does revolves around sharing her story with people and helping other people survive breast cancer. She'll be inducted by Dana Warrior, the surviving wife of Ultimate Warrior. And then who is our final Hall of Fame inductee?
We got the Celebrity Hall of Fame inductee.
Is it somebody huge and well-deserving like Donald Trump?
I don't think so, no. Is it someone like Cyndi Lauper?
That would be another one, huge and well-deserving. No. Is it I don't know, is it anybody that's done anything big at a WrestleMania at least or anything like that?
Kind of.
Kind of. Who do we got?
Well, we got Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg in the house. Now, don't get me wrong. I totally dig the D-O-double-G. I've been a Snoop Dogg fan since way back in the day. But WWE Hall of Fame, what has he all done in the WWE to warrant a Hall of Fame celebrity wing induction?
And Cyndi Lauper isn't even in yet.
But anyway, no, I'm asking you, what has he done? Does it list any of his credentials here?
It just says he hosted an episode of Raw as a special guest and was the master of ceremonies for a match at WrestleMania 24 involving females in a lumberjill match.
Okay. So he did, I guess, have a tiny bit of involvement of some kind. Yeah. But
Not
nothing
much.
memorable, and nothing impactful. Oh, he's going to be involved this year at WrestleMania as well, I believe, for an entrance where he is going to be somehow performing or walking out or something.
Something with
his
Sasha Banks.
relative, Sasha Banks, who is either his niece or cousin.
It's cousin.
Okay, there you go. So, boom, there's your Hall of Fame class. Not overly impressive, I don't think, compared to a lot of other Hall of Fame classes that we've seen or compared to what they could have given us. But it's okay. No big issues with it whatsoever, and it is what it is. All right, so that then brings us to WrestleMania Sunday. And we start off with the what we believe to be 2-hour pre-show event that will run from 4 to 6 Central Standard Time. And we know that the pre-show has 3 matches announced for it, and figuring the matches will be, an average of 15 minutes or more apiece, plus with all the promotional videos and interviews and talking and commercials and stuff, it's got to be 2 hours. But let's take a look at what those 3 matches on the pre-show are. Do you have those for us, Doug Sanders?
Alright, so we have our 3 pre-show matches here. We got Kalisto versus Ryback for the United States Championship. We have a 10 Diva Tag Team match with the Total Divas, Brie Bella, Paige, Natalya, Alicia Fox, and Eva Marie versus Bad and Blonde, Lana, Summer Rae, Naomi, Emma, and Tamina. And we also have a tag team match with the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, against the Dudley Boys, Bubba Ray and Devon.
Why is that Kalisto versus Ryback for the United States Championship match buried on the pre-show? It's an insult to the title. It's an insult to the champion. I hate that match is on the pre-show. Now, granted, I think the quality of the performance in this match and the names and the draws in this match belong on the pre-show. I agree with all of that. But why do you have the title, and a title at all, involved in this if you don't respect it, and don't really think it's anything special? So that frustrates me, especially as a Kalisto fan. I would have liked to seen Kalisto defend this title in the 6-7 man ladder match instead of doing it for a second year in a row with the Intercontinental title and having almost everyone in that match be a big pile of garbage. But they give us what they give us. I have no say in it. I just get to complain and watch it. So, I guess you've got my feelings on the match. I don't think it's going to be all that good of a match. And I believe that Ryback, newly turned heel Ryback, is going to come out of this match with some momentum and push in the United States title.
I think that Kalisto will retain the title, because I just don't see Kalisto dropping it soon again. Like, I don't want them to just play hot potato with this title and just give it to Ryback and then give it back to Kalisto, and then Kalisto drops it to someone else, and then that person drops it to someone else, maybe even Kalisto. I just don't want them to just start making this title like the new hardcore title.
But I think they already have by putting it in the pre-show to begin with. Like, I think it's too late for that. Trust me, nothing would make me happier than for you to be right and Kalisto to retain the title. Like, I would love that. That is what I am hoping happens. I really like Kalisto a lot. I think he's a good, deserving champion and great young up-and-comer, and I think Ryback has had many chances and has just proven time and time again that he doesn't have it. But that's where I stand on it. So you're picking Kalisto?
Mm-hmm.
I'm picking Ryback. All right, moving on. Next in the pre-show, the Divas, the 10 Diva Tag Team match. 5 Divas on each team. The Total Divas team with Brie Bella, Paige, Natalya, Alicia Fox, and Eva Marie, the surprise call-up from NXT. She's basically the bad guy on a team with 4 other good guys that couldn't find a partner.
She's acting like a good guy, if you notice.
They are going to lose.
Lose.
The bad and blonde team of Lana, who this is all about pushing Lana, by the way. Everybody in this match is jobbing to Lana. She's involved in the match. Lana, Summer Rae, Naomi, another one they're pushing. Emma, a debut that they're pushing. And Tamina, unnecessary, expendable muscle for the winning team. Brie Bella retiring, Paige with no momentum, Alicia Fox with no momentum, Natalya with no momentum,